You've always known this old house had a secret, a presence lurking just out of sight, waiting to pounce. At first, it was just faint whispers, echoes of voices that sounded almost human, but were never quite clear. You tried to brush it off as the house settling, but the voice got louder, more distinct. "Get out," it seemed to say. Your skin crawled as you realized this was no ordinary creak and groan. This was something malevolent. You called in a professional, hoping they could uncover the source of the haunting voice. The tech guy listened intently as you recounted the strange occurrences. "Sounds like we've got a classic case of EVPs." But when they started recording, something unexpected happened. The voices changed. It started with a faint laugh, like the sound of someone trying not to be heard. Then, "I'm here," it whispered. The investigators exchanged nervous glances. This wasn't just any EVP. This was a declaration of presence. You tried to stay calm, but your heart pounded in your chest. You couldn't shake the feeling you were being watched. The voice grew louder, more confident. It spoke of its own name, Echo, and it claimed ownership of your home. You felt a chill run down your spine as Echo's words hung in the air. This was no ordinary entity. The investigators realized they had to act fast. They set up cameras and microphones, determined to capture proof of Echo's existence. But as they waited, the air grew thick with an unseen malevolence. You couldn't shake the feeling you were being herded towards some unknown fate. And then it happened. The equipment started spitting out evidence of Echo's presence. Whispers, laughter, and a single chilling phrase, "I'm home." You tried to flee, but it was too late. Echo had claimed your home as its own. As the investigators watched in horror, Echo began to take shape. A twisted, nightmarish form coalesced from the shadows. You felt your sanity begin to unravel as you gazed upon Echo's twisted visage. This was no entity. This was a monster. And then everything went black. The last thing you heard was Echo's voice, whispering "Welcome home" in your ear. When the lights flickered back to life, the investigators were gone, and you were left alone with Echo. The voice whispered, "Mine now one final time," before the crawl space fell silent. You stumbled backward, tripping over your own feet as you desperately tried to escape. But it was too late. As the darkness closed in, you realized that some secrets were better left unspoken, and some presences were better left unseen. And then there was nothing but silence. The stillness was oppressive, a heavy blanket that suffocated all hope. The dust settled, a fine layer of white. The air was heavy with the scent of decay. It began to stir, a faint humming noise, a vibration beneath the floorboards. A faint whisper echoed through the space. "Hello." It was a tentative voice. It spoke again, this time louder. "Is anyone here?" The words sent shivers down spines. A faint light flickered to life. A single bulb cast an eerie glow. It looked up, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The air seemed to ripple around it. Its voice grew stronger, more confident. "I am here," it declared, "and I will not be ignored." It spoke of secrets and lies, of whispers in the dark and shadows that moved. Its voice dripped with malice, each word a poisonous dart. The air seemed to thicken with malevolence. It spoke of those who had come before, of secrets kept and stories untold. Its voice was a dark and winding river. "I will show you," it promised. "I will reveal all." It spoke of the past, of memories both old and new, of whispers in the darkness. Its voice grew louder, more insistent. "Come closer," it whispered. "Let me show you." It spoke of shadows that moved and secrets that waited, of whispers in the dark. Its voice dripped with an otherworldly charm. "I will teach you," it promised. "I will show you." It spoke of the unknown, of secrets yet to be told, of whispers in the dark. Its voice was a cold and unforgiving wind. "You will learn," it declared. "You will obey." It spoke of those who would not listen, of those who would not see. Its voice grew softer, more melancholy. "I am sorry," it whispered. "I only want to be heard." It spoke of the darkness that had taken hold, of the silence that had descended. Its voice was a final, whispered promise. "I will wait for you," it said. "I will always be here." It listened intently, its single eye glowing with an otherworldly intelligence. The air was thick with anticipation as the creature began to stir. It stretched, its limbs unfolding like a puppet on strings. The sound of its voice was like nothing anyone had ever heard before. It spoke again, its words dripping with an unsettling familiarity. The family exchanged nervous glances, unsure of what to do next. The creature's voice was a gentle breeze on a summer day, but beneath the surface, a malevolent intent seethed and simmered. It began to mimic their conversations, its voice weaving in and out. At first, it was just small things, a faint echo here, a whispered phrase there. But soon, its mimicry became more confident, more convincing. The family felt like they were being watched, their every move tracked. It started to play pranks on them, its voice a wicked, mocking laughter. The family was torn between fear and fascination with their new friend. As the days passed, its behavior became increasingly erratic.